with a normal muffler. That's all to do with the straight pipe. So we're gonna stick this son of a bitch in fucking probably in, I don't know what that is there, probably B1. We got this big fucking thing behind it. We're gonna just step it out of the way. Hey guys, how's she going today? Well, in the 4640 here with the rake. Amanda and Maya are in the 4440 with the 568 over there. We're just bailing a couple of the yard sites that we have here. This guy here, there's probably 6-7 acres, 5-6 acres that he has around his yard. So we make the hay, and he always keeps a couple bales for his horse, and then the rest of it we get, obviously. So works out kind of nice. Just not a real heavy stand here anymore, so kind of works a little bit better to rake the two swaths together, and a little bit more for the baler to pick up that way. Yeah, I don't know. That's what's happening right now anyways, so get this piece done, and then a couple more yards that she's got to go bale, but they're heavier and quite a bit more awkward to try to get around in. I can't really get in there with the rake worth of shit, so she'll have to just bale them as they are. But anyway, just about done this little strip, and then there's a bit around those buildings, but they're always kind of a thing to rake too, so we'll see if we can get any of it or not. But just making a mess, then fuck it. Anyway, talk to you guys again here in a little bit. Well, next day, picking the bales up from our long skinny hay field here. I just let Dad out at the McCormick again there. We picked 2 loads this morning, so it'd be what, 19 and 22 between the 2 trailers here. So then Amanda and I had picked 22 here the other night also, when Dad had just started baling. We were kind of picking as he went and got caught up to him, and then he finished baling, and now we're getting the rest of them picked. There's 85 or something he made along this road. I think we made 100 last year, so Not quite as many, but better than I thought it was going to be for the way the summer's been with how hot and fucking dry it is. So anyway, can't complain about that. So I'm gonna park here and wait for him to get up here. There'll be 3 bales along here that way and get her loaded. So I'll talk to you in a few. Our long skinny hay field has a pretty steep approach out of it too. There we go. Got the camper hauler hooked on here. I don't like that. And the other truck's waiting on a transfer case, so hook the good truck up to haul some bales. That's good for you. Fucking remind you where you came from that way. So anyway, talk to you when we're loaded or something interesting happens. Well, I was cutting away until I started to leave a strip, but I see this knife is being repaired in this spot. So I came back to the yard because I got to get a bar to try and separate the two of them. Just one of those repair strips, so it goes, you put longer bolts through and then you can splice your knife back together where it's been broke. Obviously it broke there once upon a time, and they threw that on, which is fine and well, but I don't know why, but they've got these 2 bolts from the top instead of the bottom. Well, I guess I know why, so that the splines are engaged in that part of the knife, but that's what made the trick to get it apart, because the nuts are on the bottom. So I had to come back here and knock the guard and all that off, and anyway, I suppose we'll knock that apart and get a new one in there, and then Dad's got a chain to fix on that baler and go from there. Well, get some bales unloaded here now that that thing's fixed. I'd go back out cutting again, but it's just about supper time. And Amanda and I do have the camper up at the lake. We've just been driving back and forth, so we'll probably go back up there and make supper at the camper. That way the whole summer doesn't just go screaming by and we didn't do anything half enjoyable. So there's 22 on here. Kinda tight quarters here I got to maneuver around in. I don't want to back into Dad's wheat too far, so usually we unload the trucks up on the road, but the McCormick was the one that ended up out loading at the ditches, which worked nice with the front wheel assist. And the loader's not on the 4640. The 4020 can't quite reach all the way up there when the trucks are sitting on the lanes, so gotta kind of do it down here a little bit lower, closer to the stack. So I know someone's gonna comment, oh, this is as slow as when it's like trying to fucking get myself aroused these days. The fucking goddamn moving bales of the grapple fork is slow. Fuck off. Would be quicker if I had more than one hand, but I'm trying to make a video for you guys, so. And with the 4020, you gotta be extra a little bit careful with the manure tines. It needs them to reach across the deck to get the bales on the other side. And you gotta watch when you're grabbing them like this that you're not fucking grabbing the next row of bales that are underneath, like sticking the tines in and pulling the fucking bales all apart. So anyway, it doesn't take very long to unload a load when you're just running the tractor, but when you're trying to video at the same time, it kind of slows it down a little bit, but whatever. We got nothing but time around here, so. Fuck, this right-hand reverser's nice on this tractor. Any John Deere Synchro range. I know for some guys that's really confusing how those transmissions work, but up and down like that, man, that works nice. Close here again for turning, so hanging around over this way. Oh fuck, that's nice. Should we pretend it's an international? Oh, now my TA's slipping. So here's the other trick now. With the bottom here is not to grab the racks on the trailer with the manure tying. Oh, I fucked up. This loader has the narrow grapple, and when you're grabbing two at a time, you got to make sure you got two teeth on each bale. And if you're off by just a fraction of a cunt hair because you're busy making fun of an international, you won't squeeze your bale good enough to roll it out of the rack. It'll want to slip out, so. Anyway, now that I pissed off some subscribers, the international guys, we'll go back to work here, and by the time we come back for the next clip, they'll have calmed down and forgiven me again, so we'll talk to you in a few. There. Nice and quick when you can use two hands. Anyways, guys, I think that's where we're going to leave you for this one. Not super exciting, but shit's getting done, so I suppose a few more days of haying and then it'll be time to start looking at some combines, I guess. So I guess where we're going to leave you. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Talk to all you in the next one.